time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. Who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Awesome!
I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray. I came to say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch your future fade. I came to play. Get my dues paid. I guess you had a dream, but it can't be saved. I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray. You can say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch your future fade. I came to play to get my dues paid. I guess you had a dream, but it can't be saved. I came to play. Let's get out of my way. I'm here to stay. Let's get out of my way. I came to
I've never had it easy in WWE. I've had injuries. I was released twice, and just when I had scratched and clawed my way to the top, my in-ring career was over. I could have sat at home, satisfied with what I accomplished, but I decided that's not how I wanted my story to end. I wanted to show myself, my family, and anyone who's gone through adversity in life that you need to take on whatever challenges you face and fight for your dreams.
Well, we might as well get on the Daniel Bryan bandwagon.
The Miracle Kid! The Miracle Kid!
77,000 chanting in unison. Yes, yes, yes.
Right after I graduated high school, I moved from Washington down to Texas to train at Shawn Michaels School. It wasn't too long after that I was signed by WWE. When I first got signed by WWE in 2000, I had no idea really what to expect. Most of the guys on TV had been wrestling for years and years, and at that point I'd only been wrestling for 6 months. Since I was still really new to all this, I was sent to hone my craft at WWE's developmental territory, which at the time was in Memphis. Luckily, William Regal was a trainer there, and he helped me out a lot. So with the WWE contract and Hall of Fame trainers, Bryan Danielson was on the fast track to success, right? No, not quite. I was released in 2001, the first time I was released by WWE. It was really hard, actually, because I really didn't know what to do. William Regal told me this is a chance to learn. This is a chance to go travel the world, find who you are as a wrestler, and find who you are as a person. So I went back to the Indies and touring in Japan. But soon after that, in 2003, Bryan Danielson made his triumphant return to WWE. Well, sort of.
Bryan Danielson from Aberdeen, Washington.
I returned for some one-off matches on WWE's weekend shows, Sunday Night Heat and Velocity.
I like this kid. Look at that. Nice monkey flip. Well, you know, this Bryan Danielson is a very accomplished young man. We've seen him in the past, and he's very, very good.
I didn't really have a goal other than it was good exposure on TV. And one of these matches happened to be against a young up-and-comer named John Cena. Surely this would be my big break, right?
Welcome everybody to WWE Velocity. Michael Cole here alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. We kick things off with John Cena against a local competitor named Bryan Danielson.
I gotta say, Cole, I'm surprised Cena's not laughing at all tonight. That's because John Cena is focused. He's facing Brock Lesnar on SmackDown next week, and he's going to make an example of Bryan Danielson right here tonight. Good grief! John Cena's modified powerbomb has defeated some heavy hitters as of late, and a small guy like Bryan Danielson has to have a huge target on his back.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Saxton. He picks up his opponent as if he's doing a belly-to-back suplex, then twists him around in midair and plants them like somebody would do with a rock bottom.
Oh my goodness, crushing it! And setting up a boom, what impact! Two of you mentioned Cena's devastating modified powerbomb, but what will work on a tiny loser like Bryan Danielson won't do for Brock Lesnar. I think Cena... Uh-oh.
I don't think he's got it completely locked in.
What a stomp! Good grief!
Oh, nasty impact.
This Bryan Danielson guy looks a little nerdy, but apparently he's got a pretty impressive pedigree. Where'd he come from?
Cole, Bryan Danielson began his training with a former WWE champion, Monday Night Raw's own Shawn Michaels. Before his big comeback, HBK actually started a wrestling school, and we're seeing one of its graduates.
Elbow drop with authority.
We're seeing that trademark ruthless aggression from John Cena, and it's overwhelming Danielson.
Danielson isn't used to the big stage, guys. Cena's got this all wrapped up. Corey mentioned Bryan Danielson. What a slam!
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
I'm not sure how much he has left.
He's got him covered. Digging deep for a kick out. Looking for the finish.
Picked up.
Beautiful spin-out powerbomb. Game, set, match. This one is over.
He's going for the pin. Wow, I can't believe he had the energy to kick out of that.
Nice kick out there.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Look at the eyes of John Cena. The expression on his face here is very clear. Nailed it.
I think Cena is a little surprised by the offense of this relative unknown.
Cena's new attitude may have made him overlook Danielson, but if he refocuses, he should easily take control back here.
John Cena's been on a roll lately. Ever since he started spitting rhymes back in October, he started to rile up all of the SmackDown locker room.
Yeah, Cena has gained attention and earned some wins, but he doesn't have many friends in the back. Nobody wants to tag with a trash talker.
Oh, this isn't right.
What are you, the police or something?
I'm the fuzz.
Can you believe this?
The two of you mentioned Cena's new trash-talking raps. He has so much to work with this nerd Bryan Danielson. I can't believe he didn't have a jam ready today.
Well, there's a time to rap and a time to shut your mouth. When Brock Lesnar is your next opponent, it definitely better be the last.
Tell Cena to shut his mouth, Byron.
I'm good.
Oh, jeez. Take all the wind out of you.
Look at Bryan Danielson.
John Cena is
Continuing to punish them.
That's how you put an exclamation point on a match.
Well, John Cena's in a real bad spot.
The intensity of this match has been incredible.
I don't know how much more damage one person can take. I don't care how tough you are. Back inside the ring now.
Vertical suplex.
Nice. Overhook suplex.
Hooked him up. Oh, what incredible power.
Wow, what a vertical suplex.
Oh, the reversal by John Cena. He's going for it all.
John Cena is measuring.
He's close to being done here.
Look out!
I really can't believe what's gone down so far. This match has been even more physical than I thought it would be.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, look at him.
Look at the quickness by Cena.
Incoming!
Given their performances tonight, it's too bad one of these superstars has to walk out of here on the losing end.
He's out there in no man's land.
He's got to find a way to get to safety, Cole.
I'm not sure he can. This is the Cena that's just about unstoppable.
Oh, the old European uppercut. Look at Bryan Danielson. Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
Back in control of Cena. Right back to the arm.
Great strategy. Weaken the poor, powerful Cena by taking away one of his arms.
Bryan sticking to his wheelhouse, not taking any unnecessary risks here against John Cena.
Oh, just looking to control and neutralize the bigger man. Cena, though, back to his feet, and Bryan continues to work on the arm, but now Cena, test of strength, and you don't want to get into a power battle with John.
Absolutely not. Cover here.
And a kick out. And again, Cena powering Danielson down.
Oh, look at this incredible core strength by Danielson.
Cena cannot believe that he can't get Danielson's shoulders on the mat. Gonna try it again, and Danielson able to reverse and send Cena flying. Incredible sequence.
Oh, man, Cena just took Danielson's head off.
We say that sometimes there's no replacement for brute force.
Thunderous. Are we looking at yet another John Cena victory here?
Even better the second time around. He can end it here.
You got him.
It's going to take more than that to keep his shoulders down.
Remarkable.
Look at Bryan Danielson. Oh my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena? Hopefully John Cena can recover. And look at the quickness by Cena. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Boom! Taken off his feet here.
And it's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
Will it be? Two! Barely at 2.5.
Gonna take more than that.
If you're Bryan Danielson, what do you do at this point as he whips Cena across the ring?
Oh, Cena gets up a boot just in time.
And now John Cena looking to take over. Looking up to put Bryan Danielson where he wants him. And here's the cover. And he got him. Cena with the win over Bryan Danielson.
Here is your winner, John
Valiant effort by
Cena.
Danielson, but Cena was just too much tonight.
A hard-fought victory tonight for Cena. Gotta be impressed with Cena tonight.
A lot of guys would have parlayed competitive matches on Heat and Velocity into being signed full-time to WWE, but that's not how things turned out. It's like my wife Bree likes to say. If anything was easy for me, I wouldn't be Daniel Bryan. But before I could become Daniel Bryan, I was Bryan Danielson. And as Bryan Danielson, I went on quite the run through the Indies. Over the course of 7 years, I won my first World Championship and had some amazing matches against guys who went on to become major WWE superstars. Guys like Seth Rollins, Cesaro, all sorts of guys all over the place. A lot of hardcore fans even say these were some of the best matches of my career. Personally, I credit these matches and opponents for helping me build the foundation I would later need to make it as a WWE superstar. Fans on the indie scene weren't the only ones who took notice, because in 2010, WWE re-signed me and Daniel Bryan was officially born.
My name is Daniel Bryan. I've been wrestling all over the world, and finally, I have an opportunity here in the WWE.
Although much like childbirth, as I've heard from my wife, this was also a somewhat painful experience. I came back as part of NXT, which wasn't like the NXT that you know and love today. At the time, NXT was a reality show with rookies and pro mentors. Unfortunately, my pro was The Miz.
People will say that you're great, that you're a star, that you're ready for the WWE. Do you think you're ready?
Yes I do.
Well, one thing you have to learn about the WWE is you have to expect anything.
I guess in Miz's mind, beating a little bit of respect into his NXT rookie.
Believe it or not, we didn't get along very well back then either. I think the most ridiculous thing we had to do in NXT was the obstacle course. Okay, so you're gonna do the monkey bars. Then we go in the ring and juggle. Then you're gonna see how fast you can drink soda. Side note, it was actually supposed to be a hot dog eating contest. when they realized I was vegan and they didn't have any vegan hot dogs, they turned it into a soda drinking contest.
I didn't know vegans could drink soda.
Not drink at all.
I hadn't drank any soda in years. Think, watching that on TV, a grown man just drinking soda from a cup. That's it. Despite that, I did have the tremendous opportunity to show the WWE Universe what I was capable of when I got to face the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho. I loved watching Chris Jericho from the time I was in high school, the stuff that he did in WCW, being able to go against the World Champion on NXT on the first show. Win, lose, or draw, that elevates you, and I was very thankful for that opportunity.
We're here on the inaugural episode of NXT. The World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life.
His shoulders are down.
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
Well, unfortunately, yes movements don't die that easily.
Oh, what a kick!
What a stomp!
Good grief!
Beautiful technique.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Front kick!
Oh, right in the back.
Fireman's carry. This doesn't look good, Corey.
Couldn't agree more, Cole. This has got trouble written all over it.
Looking at it here.
I don't think he's got it completely locked in.
He fights his way free.
But how much energy did he exhaust fighting his way out?
You can say whatever you want to say about The Miz. He's a loudmouth, but he's the Unified Tag Team Champion. He's the United States Champion. And the fact of the matter is, this guy, Daniel Bryan, has to show some respect for the WWE Pro.
Yeah, respect is due to The Miz. I mean, just because Miz comes out here in the WWE Universe disrespects him for absolutely no reason doesn't give Bryan the permission to do the same thing.
Whoa, Jericho able to avoid damage.
What a cagey maneuver.
Observing the relationship between The Miz and Daniel Bryan, I don't think there's any chance Bryan is going to forget the embarrassment.
And he kicks out.
Still a lot more fight left.
Bringing it back into the ring.
You gotta believe this one's over. Bryan is not playing right now. The end may be near.
Despite all his actions from earlier tonight, I do have to respect the long journey Daniel Bryan's taken to find.
Oh, and he breaks free. But damage might have already been done, Michael.
Backbreaker!
Look at The Miz ringside. I can just tell he's enjoying every ounce of punishment his rookie is taking.
And with good reason, Saxton. The Miz is a great motivator, and
Here he goes. Is he done?
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Jericho just had enough with his rookie. And here's another look at what made that match so special.
He's getting it done here. He was on point the entire match, as you can see.
Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang with the champ.
Yeah, this time, experience was just too much for Daniel Bryan.
And
listen, Miz has got to be so disappointed, and I don't blame him. Luck of the draw, Miz got this loser to be his protege, and now Miz a little bit of tough love here.
Whoa, tough love? Give me a break.
Tough love.
This is ridiculous.
Miz is obviously frustrated with his star pupil.
Oh, yeah, so you're frustrated, so that's okay. Now you can beat him up?
Yeah, start winning some matches, then he won't get beat up anymore.
That's ridiculous.
What, disrespect me? Huh? I'm a champion.
Miz has lost his mind.
Lying on his back, looking at the lights again. We're here on the inaugural episode of NXT. The World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Oh, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life, but that was before he knew he was going to face the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to learn to take Miz's advice if he wants to survive here.
What a strike, right on the mark. Ooh, what impact. Ooh!
Irish whip. Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Oh my goodness, crushing it.
Harsh impact.
I've got to say, I'm surprised to see Bryan actually testing the champion here a bit. It must be the inspiration from The Miz that's propelling this offense. Miz on the outside mentoring Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho, the World Heavyweight Champion, who defends the championship against Edge at WrestleMania.
Yeah, what could be going through Chris Jericho's mind knowing that in 33 days at WrestleMania, Jericho will go one-on-one with Edge? Overlooking this rookie right now could be dangerous for Jericho.
This might be it.
Oh my.
Listen to the WWE Universe come alive for Daniel Bryan.
Byron questioned Chris Jericho's current mindset. I'll tell you what's going through Jericho's mind. Perhaps teaching this rookie some respect, teaching him why he's the best in the world, and that no rookie is a match for the World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Boom, what impact. Whoa, down he goes.
That was impressive, Cole.
Daniel Bryan has had compounding.
He's got the shoulders down.
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
Not yet. Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque. Oh, nasty impact.
Oh, Jericho able to avoid damage.
What a cagey maneuver.
There's no way that Jericho's going to lose to this guy.
Yeah, but the way this match is going, it's a real possibility.
Jericho, though, needs a breather, and he rolls out of the ring to try to do that.
Wise maneuver from a wily veteran.
I'm not sure if Jericho's going to get much rest time.
What's this guy doing? Daniel, suicide dive right off the announce desk.
Looks like Bryan might have bounced off the announce desk himself.
I don't think Miz liked the fact that Bryan threw his body in harm's way, and I can't say I blame him. What's this guy thinking? Wait a minute.
He wants no part of the outside.
Oh, I'm thinking the champion is starting to realize he underestimated this rookie.
Jericho's in trouble. Can we be seeing a monumental upset?
Monumental upset would be an absolute understatement.
Guys, you're getting ahead of yourself. Look out! Be some sort of miracle.
Boy.
See, I told you.
Oh, boy.
This one's over now. Roll him into the walls of Jericho. Tap him out, Chris.
Bryan's trying to fight it.
Rolls through. What a counter by the technician, Dan.
Oh, wow.
Heel hook is in.
Jericho's in trouble.
Jericho tried it. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap?
He may have no choice.
He made it to the bottom rope.
You've got to be impressed, Michael, from what we're seeing from Daniel Bryan.
Did he win yet, Byron?
Daniel Bryan thinks he...
Oh, breaker!
You can't allow a veteran like Jericho any time to recover.
You're right, Corey. That was a rookie move. And now he's going to pay for it, Byron.
That very well may be the case, Michael.
This loser's going to lose again. Lion Tamer.
Can Bryan hold on?
Tap out, nerd.
You got your wish, Cole. Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang with the champ.
Yeah, this time, experience was just too much for Daniel Bryan.
And listen, Miz has got to be so disappointed, and I don't blame him. Luck of the draw, Miz got this loser to be his protege, and now Miz a little bit of tough love here.
Whoa, tough love? Give me a break.
Tough love.
This is ridiculous.
Miz is obviously frustrated with his star pupil.
Oh, yeah, so you're frustrated, so that's okay. Now you can beat him up?
Yeah, start winning some matches, then he won't get beat up anymore.
It's ridiculous.
You disrespect me, huh? I'm a champion.
Miz has lost his mind.
Lying on his back, looking at the lights again.